Howdy, denizens. Well, 2024 is far from over, but we are confident that we can give the award for Canada's biggest schmuck of the year to Simu Liu, a man who went from stock photo model to stardom in his own mind when he was lucky enough to get the job of jumping around in front of a green screen in Marvel's Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings to modest success. He has parlayed his meager notoriety and posing half naked into minor roles in other movies such as Barbie and the horrendous Atlas, into master assholedom. We had heard rumors that Liu was flexing his Asian heritage in Hollywood and adding his name to the woke cultural appropriation hall monitors. Hey, who said you could use chopsticks? Apparently, he had become insufferable and the voice of all Asians. And so we come to his guest appearance as an investment dragon on Canada's CBC's Dragon's Den, which is called Shark's Tank in the United States. Sebastian Fessé and Jess Frenette from Quebec pitched the Dragons their version of bubble tea, a Taiwanese product featuring floating tapioca balls. It is sold all over the world and is sweet as heck. The two entrepreneurs, with a Taiwanese partner, had an idea for a more healthy version, along with alcoholic alternatives. It was called boba. Liu immediately jumped on the couple and castigated them. Liu said, "There's also the issue of cultural appropriation. There's an issue of taking something that's very distinctly Asian in its identity and making it better, which I have an issue with." I don't think I have to quote Liu's other facile comments, as I'm sure you can plainly see that this is Liu pulling his Asian victimhood card because, as I mentioned earlier, he represents all Asians globally. Dragon Manjit Minhas then said, "Why? There could be new takes on things. Not everything has to be traditional." Wes Hall chimed in saying Liu's statement was a little heavy. It didn't matter that their drink had unique popping bobas and that it was made with fruit juice instead of tea, but the damage was done. Boba tea was toast. Emperor Liu had spoken. Let's examine a few points. 1. The Chinese have never in their entire history appropriated others' ideas or even used industrial espionage to steal industrial secrets. Never. 2. Any other Chinese entrepreneur would have jumped all over this. 3. Bubble tea was invented by Taiwanese tea store owner Liu Han-che in 1988. What fucking dynasty was that, Simu? What else was invented in 1988? Diet Mountain Dew 1 year before you were born. I sure as hell hope your mother didn't put that in your formula. The Flowbee. I hope you don't use it to crop your voluminous hair, and you'd better not be splashing any of that Yves Saint Laurent jazz for men on you, because it's French, asshole. And speaking of hypocrite, didn't you spend 5 seasons playing a Korean on that Canadian sitcom Kim's Convenience? How did you manage that feat? Did you feel dirty taking that paycheck? Fissé and Frenette apologized. "First and foremost, we want to deeply apologize for the harm we have caused by our words and actions on their show. While it was never our intention to cause harm or disrespect the community that created and popularized this beloved drink, we take full responsibility for the impact of our actions." I don't know why the couple apologized. There was nothing to apologize for. Should Italy sue Pillsbury for their pizza pops? How about Mexico launching a class action lawsuit against Taco Bell? I'd support that. Babylonia called and they want their beer back. Liu's ego had expanded beyond our solar system. Personally, I would have told Liu to fuck off. In fact, that would have been my ad campaign. Fissé and Frenette's boba tea. We told Simu Liu to fuck off. I hope the investment and years you've put into bringing your dream to market is not lost. I'm pretty sure you've put far more time and effort into this than any worthless actor puts into their chiseled abs. My understanding is that Liu's woke social media flying monkeys went after you hard, including death threats. I also suspect that Liu realized that he might have gone a bit too far, but apologizing and backtracking would be impossible at this point, so he made a facile TikTok video telling his minions that attacking you was bad.
And in the case of these folks, they're fearing for their physical safety. So I just want to say this. I believe that the entrepreneurs of this business came on Dragon's Den to pitch a business in good faith. There were a lot of things with the pitch that I took issue with and I disagreed with, and as a result, I pulled out as a potential investor. But that doesn't mean that I believe that they deserve harassment and threats. I think a lot of grace should be afforded to them because they're French Canadian. I think their exposure to these types of cultural conversations was limited. And I also feel like English was not their first language. And when you have cameras pointed at you and you're put on the spot and you have to kind of answer these questions that I don't feel like they were prepared to answer, I think you're going to say a couple of things that are not perfect.
Frankly, that was your worst acting job of many bad ones. For this, Simu, you are receiving my Schmuck of the Year award. But I will rescind the Schmuck of the Year award if you go back to the couple and apologize to them and maybe invest in their product. Be a man, Simu. Till next time, denizens. Be seeing you.